Space Stone. Blue. Power. Pure, unstoppable power. The stone possesses the power to immediately transport you to any location, across galaxies, through dimensions. The stone grants access to domains that human beings are naturally forbidden to explore. Before time existed and before the stars created light, the space stone maintained its place. The stone emerged from a primordial singularity which existed long before any understanding of the universe became possible. Power as a force cannot be controlled due to its nature of unrestricted power. People refused to accept defeat even though the possibility for control remained out of reach. World War II. The Red Skull found it first. The stone hid in deep Norway remained undisturbed for numerous centuries. The space stone fell into his hands before he shaped it according to his desires to create a weapon for Hydra with its energy. No matter what he did, he could not maintain control over it. At last, the stone pushed him out of his control into an unfamiliar place. Gone, just like that. Years later, another villain tried. Loki, the trickster god himself. The majority of people failed to understand that Thanos had given him the scepter. The valuable asset that Loki truly sought was the Space Stone. Loki released some of the energy content from the stone to activate a gateway that hovered above New York City. The Chitauri poured through. The city burned. A single instant put Earth in immediate danger of annihilation. The stone escaped from its master's hands during this attempt too. Captured, locked away in Asgard's vault. But nothing stays hidden forever. Ragnarok came, Asgard fell, and Loki? He couldn't resist. With the stone in hand, Loki fled from his prison. Bad move. Thanos was waiting. This time, Thanos succeeded in capturing Earth without any possible escape. Teleportation instantly. The stone grants instant access to every distance and all unapproachable locations. A single motion will transport you to any location throughout the galaxy. From one blink, you shift yourself into an entirely new location. Spinal manipulation? This stone bends reality itself. It opens wormholes, tears through dimensions, warps entire battlefields. It's not just power, it's the ultimate key. And in the wrong hands, the stone functions as a force which the cosmic realm might never retrieve. Mind Stone. Yellow. Thoughts are sacred, private, safe. Or at least they were, until this stone was found. The Mind Stone possesses power beyond simple thought perception. It controls them. It bends them. It rewrites them. And Thanos understood all the potential uses of the Mind Stone. With that knowledge, Thanos incorporated the stone into a weapon, a scepter, and he handed it to Loki. The Battle of New York. Each of the heroes succumbed to its control one by one. Hawkeye, Dr. Selvig, their wills were erased, their minds were hijacked. Thanos achieved more than power when he secured the stone because it delivered total domination. But Loki failed, again. During this phase, the scepter became enemy hands. The remaining party that took control of the object happened next, Hydra. The secret organization devoted numerous years to conducting experiments on the item. Two names stand out, Pietro Maximoff, Wanda Maximoff, the twins. One gained speed beyond sight, the other, chaos magic itself. But what Hydra never realized, the stone had more to give. The stone had additional powers that transformed the world later on, because then, Vision happened. Tony Stark, Bruce Banner, Jarvis, the artificial intelligence joined with Bruce Banner and Tony Stark to create Vision by combining the Mind Stone with their creations. Vision, not machine, not human, something new, something powerful, a soul in synthetic skin. But all power has a cost. Thanos drew nearer to take possession of the stones along with their vast power. Mind control complete. A single contact with the stone instantly bereaves you of personal decision-making control. Intelligence amplification. Once in touch with the Mind Stone, users receive knowledge while its power generates an infinite mental capacity expansion. Sentience creation. Vision. Ultron. Any additional living beings might emerge from utilizing this energy source. The Mind Stone does not lead to physical destruction when put into use. It conquers them. And in the hands of a Titan, that's worse. Reality Stone. Red. Everything you currently witness in your reality could potentially exist as deception. What if up was down, fire was water, death was life? This stone makes all reality illusions irrelevant. The substance of reality acts as mundane clay which people can mold according to their will. Key distinctions between this stone and other universal stones is that the reality stone remains in liquid form instead of solid. It was liquid, aether. The stone operated as a living convener, which penetrated those it possessed. And Malekith, the Dark Elf, he desired the reality stone above all other things. Before thousands of years passed, the Dark Elf attempted its utilization. His goal, eternal darkness. But he failed. The aether was lost, hidden, forgotten, until one day, Jane Foster found it. It entered her, infected her. Through her bloodstream, the power ran like an infectious disease which altered physical laws throughout its path. The walls between worlds cracked, the laws of nature twisted, and suddenly, Malekith returned. He wanted the Aether back. He nearly won, but Thor stopped him. After the Reality Stone disappeared from view, it vanished without a trace. Asgard took it, locked it away, but even gods make mistakes. The Collector obtained it because the other beings had previously granted it to him. And when Thanos came knocking, from the start, the Collector never had any possibility of survival. Reality warping? Thoughts convert unreal notions into tangible reality. Fire turns to ice. Solid ground melts into the air. Nothing is certain anymore. Physical law manipulation? The rules of the universe? Gone. The instant application altered gravity and matter together with time itself. The Reality Stone belongs to both destructive power and creative omnipotence. It is creation and destruction. The Reality Stone reveals nothing as authentic when utilized by someone with improper intentions. Nothing is safe. Power Stone, purple, raw energy, limitless destruction. The Power Stone isn't just a weapon, it's a force of nature. Whoever holds it doesn't just gain strength. They gain the ability to crush civilizations, burn planets, and rewrite history with brute force. It was hidden for millennia, locked away inside an orb on Morag. Why? Because no single being was meant to hold it. And yet, Peter Quill, the legendary Star-Lord, stumbled upon it while on a simple scavenging job. But here's where things take a turn. Thanos wanted it. Ronan the Accuser stole it. And for a moment, the universe was at the mercy of a Kree warlord. With a single strike, Ronan could have obliterated Xandar, but he didn't. Because the Guardians of the Galaxy did the impossible. They held hands. Literally. Quill and his team, a group of misfits and criminals, took the power of the stone and survived. That should have been impossible. No mortal should be able to touch the Power Stone without turning into cosmic dust. But they did. How? Maybe friendship, maybe luck, or maybe something else. Time Stone, green. The past, the present, the future. Time exists as a singular thread that waits for someone to uncover its secrets. The Time Stone permits its users to both travel and reshape time dimensions. Pause it, reverse it, live inside it forever. The sorcerers utilize the Eye of Agamotto to shield the Time Stone throughout an extended period of centuries. Doctor Strange obtained possession of the Time Stone after it left its time of protection with the sorcerers. The world changed. The cosmic authority of the dark dimension known as Dormammu had made himself invincible, unstoppable, a god that devours planets. No hero could defeat him. Doctor Strange chose to fight against the enemy without relying on physical power. He fought with time. One loop, then another and another. Strange trapped Dormammu inside an endless cycle of death and rebirth, over and over forever. The destruction god pleaded for a moment of mercy before him. Let that sink in. With the Time Stone in hand, a human being was able to make a divine being surrender. The stone grants users access to complete viewable possibilities as well as the power to see future events selectively. Every failure, every death, it drives men insane. And yet, Strange still used it. The path to victory requires you to comprehend each potential failure or death that exists before taking a winning step. Soul Stone, orange. The most mysterious of them all. The Soul Stone creates dominance over life by its possession. It controls death. Taking the stone requires a specific approach because it has strict conditions for acquisition. You have to earn it. And the price? A soul for a soul. Vormir served as the Soul Stone's home where Red Skull protected it as a ghost because the man used to control the Space Stone. Yet, even he failed to obtain it. A person has to forfeit their most treasured love before obtaining the Soul Stone. Thanos understood that. He sent Gamora, the daughter he favored most, to face an untimely end on the cliff. She thought she had won, that she had tricked him, but she didn't realize the truth until it was too late. Tears in his eyes, Thanos threw her off the edge, not because he wanted to, but because he had to. And when she hit the ground, lifeless, the stone accepted him. The Soul Stone doesn't just take, it traps. Every soul it claims still exists, locked inside its own twisted reality. And those who wield it, they can see the souls of the dead. They can even bring them back. But should they? Because when you control death, death starts watching you. Through their possession of the Infinity Stones, people gain authority which controls reality and time as well as preserves existence. Powerful entities who possess the Infinity Stones gain the ability to reshape reality and time alongside mastery over the essential elements of existence. Thanos proved it. A single motion from him transformed half the space into dust. Absolute power comes at a cost that no one should discount. Historic civilizations completely collapsed while attempting to dominate the Infinity Stones. Gods fought wars over them. The possession of these stones, for even a brief period, had permanent changes on those individuals. They were changed forever. Although the stones have vanished from existence, or are they? Throughout history, absolute power always reclaims its domain after disappearing for any period. The future arrival of this power will spark a struggle among potential stakeholders. Thank you once again for your viewing time. Don't forget to subscribe together with leaving your thoughts.